Hello everybody, this is Nathaniel coming to you again for my next video. It has been a minute since I posted with you guys. I've definitely been thinking about you, been praying for you all, and I hope you've been doing the same for me. My last video I talked about taking care of yourself, being healthy, transitioning from 19 to 20, and it was shortly after the video that I actually was down myself, battling a upper respiratory infection and a asthma exacerbation. So I was down for the count for a good 2 weeks. So for those of you who reached out to me by text, phone call, checking on me, making sure I was okay, thank you. Thank you. It truly touched my heart because I was in pain. I was hurting. I couldn't breathe. I had no appetite, so I dropped some pounds. Not trying to, but being sick, I definitely did. And I got to rest. And that's something I think as men is very important to us, something we don't do a lot. We're trying to be fathers, leaders, taking care of our families, businessmen, entrepreneurs, and we're not taking care of ourselves. So me being down definitely gave me time to get better. Get better mentally and physically, let some things go, put some things on hold, and just rest and get better and stay hydrated. I drank a lot of fluids. Went to the bathroom even more, but it was part and took my medicine, what the doctor ordered. But it was something that I needed, to be honest with you, mentally, physically, emotionally, something I had to just succumb to and say, you know something, I'm out for this for a minute. Let me get better and get back. So it was definitely needed. Right now I'm here in my apartment in DC. I'm actually finishing packing it up in a couple weeks, probably end of this month. I will be already have signed a lease in Baltimore, Maryland. God is good. So I have two places right now, an apartment here in DC and an apartment in Baltimore. So God has truly been good to me. Even going through being sick, it was like a setback to set me up. So you see me a little misty eye right now. I was thinking about what I was going to talk about today, and it is truly to hold on to God's hand. I didn't trust what I was going through. It didn't feel right. It was awful. It was uncomfortable. Not knowing was the hardest thing for me. Always is the hardest thing for me. But as a believer of God, I had to learn to surrender. I had to learn to let things go. As a leader, as a businessman, I like to know what's going on and being able to predict as much as I could. As human beings, we try to do that. With someone with OCD like myself, I try to do it, and I realized very quickly I had to just throw my hands up in the air and say, you know something, I surrender, and I did to what was going on. That God was trying to shape, mold, burn some old ways off of me, change some mindsets that I had about some things and circumstances, and just to sit out a lot for me to be able to do the things that I'm doing now. Being able to have a place here in DC, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartment, and be able to have a 1-bedroom apartment in Baltimore, Maryland, in a high rise. That's truly God. That is truly God working what He does best out of us, showing us that if you trust me, if you hold on to me, if you put your fears and cares on me, I will make it right for you. I will work it out for you. If I didn't trust that then, I trust it even more now. Not just because what He done for me, but my whole life from the time that I left home at 17 and a half years old has truly been God taking care of me and carrying me and taking me places. I was a child growing up in Alabama who had dreams and ambitions and goals, and I had gumption, still got all that stuff. But as I've gotten older, I've had to learn to prioritize, to trust God. When God says it's your time, it's your time. There's nothing, not even the devil in hell, can do to stop it. When it's your time, it is your time. So I'm speaking to somebody out there who's right now going through something that is awful. That is unheard of. That is painfully, that is, and even if it's an addiction, even if it's losing your job, even being in a job that you don't like, or being in a marriage or a relationship that you don't like being in or being around, trust God. Trust God, pray to Him, cry out to Him, fast on His word, and He will work it out for you. He will work it out and let you know that what you are going through, where you are right now, is a temporary spot, baby. It's just a temporary spot. I'm still blessed to have the other properties that I have at home in Alabama. I'm I'm just thanking God for all the things that He is working through me. So when I say that I'm blessed, it's not so much about me being blessed. It's about me being able to bless those who are around me, those people who were there from the start, those people when I didn't have the strength or the courage or the fight in me, they fought for me. I'm still hanging in there with those. Those are my life brothers and sisters, my mom, my siblings who have been there for me and loved me even more. Being a black gay man in this country, another black gay man would have to understand it. It's hard. But I'm grateful enough to say that I have the right people in my life that's been there for me, pushing for me, loving me. My head look a little dewy right now. I just got through doing a facial. So yes, you do have to take care of yourself. If you can't take care of yourself, pay someone else to do it. So that's why I'm looking a little dewy. I'm not hot, I'm not sweaty. I just gave myself a facial and shaved and all that good stuff. So